Seriously. Can we talk about
MapQuest?
Google Maps? Try Google Maps. I mean, try Waze. Try anything that is made in this century. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Oh. This one time.
So, this one time.
This one time?
You know what? This one time.
This one time.
Oh my God, this one time?
The podcast.
Are you ready?
I have a deep voice again.
Good. Sexy voices are good. Are you ready?
I don't know that that's sexy.
It's always sexy. Greetings from Bangkok and Happy New Year, everyone. In just a moment, we've got stories about where we've been for the last few weeks. But before we get there, hello, my lover.
Hello, baby, and hello, everyone. I'm Sheila D.
And I am Evo Terra.
And have we got a story for you?
We are freshly back in the lovely Bangkok, Thailand, from a 3-week trip to the lovely America.
Yes, we are.
We were in Phoenix, Arizona. We were in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and the various parts therein.
And don't forget Los Angeles.
And that's true. We did an overnight in Los Angeles. Shout out to Mark Jeffrey. Thanks for dinner. I had a lovely time with all of our friends, and great things happened to us, but I don't want to talk about any of that.
Of course you don't.
I want to talk about our return ride. And interestingly enough, it does have to do with Los Angeles. And I don't mean the long 10.5-hour flight that suddenly became a 13.5-hour flight the other direction.
But hold on. It was supposed to be 14 hours both ways.
And it was neither. It was not that on either.
No.
I don't know how that happened.
Going was 10. Coming back was 13 and a half.
Wormhole, I don't know, but it doesn't matter.
They just took a shortcut.
That's interesting, but not what I want to talk about.
Back roads.
Not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is the ride from Phoenix, Arizona, to Los Angeles.
Okay.
Short ride.
Yes.
About an hour in the air or so.
I'm not even sure where you're going with this.
We did not sit together on that flight because one of us neglected to get checked into Southwest on time.
Oh, yeah.
We were in the second B grouping.
Yeah, but you were like 2 rows back.
Good news is we both had aisle seats, just not the same aisle, and not even across from one another aisle.
Catty corner.
You were up a couple. Next to me was a lady working on her laptop. To my right and half a row up, because Southwest does that staggering, which by the way, is awesome.
Right. It makes sense.
Pro tip, Asian Airlines, feel free to stagger. It's a little easier to get in and out of your of the aisleway, but I digress. In front and in between the two of us on the right side of me was a gentleman also working on a laptop. Here's what I discovered. That gentleman working on a laptop was a talent scout for the LA Kings.
Really?
I kid you not.
Okay, I would have turned around and talked to him.
Well, he was busy working the whole time. And by busy working the whole time, I mean as soon as the landing gear retracted, this guy in Chinese tourist fashion, but in an American style, reached under his seat in front of him and pulled out his laptop. Again, we are still climbing. We have not reached the 10,000 feet. We've not heard the dong, which everyone knows means it's safe to turn on and or get out your stuff. No. This guy whips out his laptop as we are climbing up, still banking slightly to the left, and begins working, which is when I discovered he was a talent scout.
Well, like, who's going to get up and tell him to stop?
Exactly right. The slide attendants it's a great idea. Trust me, I am on board with this, sort of.
So I shouldn't sit next to you again because you're going to hear me go, put it away, put it away.
No, that probably won't happen, and I'll get to that in a moment. So this guy fires up the Wi-Fi, which was working in the plane already, and begins to watch a hockey game. So I just thought he was a fan of hockey, but actually he started to go to some of these like really deep websites that show the salary caps and various things of different players inside. So obviously some pay access on these betting sites, watching 4 or 5 games as well as one can watch anything live in an airplane Wi-Fi. It's a little on the slow side. But as he was sending out emails to people, I was noticing, wow, this guy is, I read a signature line because I'm a nosy bastard that way. And sure enough, talent scout.
I'm glad you're putting that out on the air, that everybody knows that you're nosy and to be cautious when they're around you.
Yeah. Next to me on the left of me, the lady sitting in the center aisle, she also promptly took out her laptop. I do believe she waited until the bong to do her work, but she works at a marketing firm just maybe 2 blocks from the marketing firm I used to work at in Tempe.
Really?
Isn't that interesting? All weird things you can learn by reading people's signature lines.
Is it a marketing firm I know?
No.
Oh, okay.
It is not one. It is not one that you know, but I got the address, and it's literally 2 blocks from where I worked in Tempe, Arizona. Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, it was interesting and weird. And here's the weird part of this, or here's the why I'm talking about this. 2 things. 3 things. One.
Nope, you're capped at 2.
No, I'm gonna do 2 things. I'm gonna do 3 things. I'm gonna do 3 things. 3 things I want to talk about.
I'm gonna stop you at 1.
So it's interesting to watch other people's work habits. The girl that worked for the marketing company, I so don't want her job because all she was a conduit to someone else. Someone sent her an email, and those emails said, "Hello," whatever her name was, "here are the changes we would like to have made." She copied those changes, which were exact fonts to use, exact colors to use, exact font sizing to use, and forwarded them off to some piss-poor developer whose job was to implement said changes.
Right.
I mean, literally, she was a conduit of shoving information. And what a soulless job that is that she couldn't wait to get to her laptop for.
Right.
On one. The second thing is the dude who was the talent scout was no spring chicken.
Okay.
This guy's been a talent scout for a very long time, and I could tell by the way he was typing, he was not much of a typer. But also, I'm thinking, oh, how great to be a talent scout. But again, if you have to reach for your laptop when you're climbing to get stuff, I have decided I am way too lazy.
I will second that. You're not up for that job.
But the other amazing thing is, the guy, when I stopped looking to see what the talent scout was writing and started looking at the marketing person was writing, somehow he pulled up a new application on his computer that had a map on it that I wasn't aware of. I'd never seen this, and the lettering looked weird, and I thought, what is this? He's got the new mapping site because he was trying to get from point A to point B once he got to his next destination. Okay. And I didn't recognize it was a black background with like little thin lettering. Remember how you drew the letters with the big balloon letters when you were a kid in high school, whatever else? And I'm reading, I said, MapQuest. Oh
it's
my
still
God.
around?
MapQuest is still around?
So here's the bad thing. Like, MapQuest was bad. It would get you lost.
It was
even
terrible.
when it was at the height of it.
Yeah. Back in the day, it was terrible, which is why we have new applications. Yet, this talent scout still uses MapQuest. So, good on you, LA Kings, for having a guy who will bust butt on an airplane for you, but seriously. Can we talk about Google Maps? Try Google Maps. I mean, try Waze. Try anything that is made in this century. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Try the Thomas Guide next time, guys. Maybe that'll work.
Oh my God. I forgot about the Thomas Guide.
All the
and
weird
anybody
things.
that's not from LA is going, what's a Thomas Guide?
Exactly right. That was, ladies and gentlemen, listener in the audience, the most interesting thing that happened to us on our trip.
Well, there were other interesting things, but there were other interesting things that happened.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about those. I want to talk about that. I thought that was an interesting story, and I wanted to mention that the next few shows could be delayed. Who knows? I am off to Finland this coming week. I am keynoting a conference. The Nordic Bloggers Exchange, NBE 2017, has invited me to be the keynote speaker. I really should get to work on my presentation. And I'm going to Helsinki in January.
And I'm going to stay here in the tropics.
Where it's warm.
And probably rainy, since
that's all we're having right
tsunamis.
now.
Tsunami? Not tsunami.
Not a tsunami. No, I'm pretty sure tsunamis don't impact Bangkok, Thailand.
No, not a tsunami.
Yeah, I think you were trying to come up with a typhoon. Perhaps. Might have been the word. Also, all it's doing is giving us rain. But I'm going to be in Helsinki. We'll try to connect, yes?
Yes.
We'll try and do a show.
Well, you're going to commit to talking to me every day.
I have committed. I am committed or shall be committed.
You shall be committed, I have a feeling.
One of those things.
We did send out postcards this month, and we sent them out from 2 different locations. So some of you got them from Oklahoma.
Where is that? everyone in the listening audience says right now. What strange land is this Oklahoma of which you speak?
And then some came out from Arizona.
And everybody knows where Arizona is. I mean, I can't make the joke twice.
Well, you shouldn't have made it the first time.
Likely so. The people that got those postcards support us every month with a tiny, little bitty, itty donation on patreon.com. And that entitles them to get a postcard from us wherever we travel. And guess where it's coming from this month, kids?
I know.
Yes, you in the front row with your hand up?
Finland.
Bingo. Helsinki, Finland. I will be sending out the postcards, which means no one will be able to read them because they are handwritten, and I have atrocious handwriting.
That is a true statement.
If you want to get signed up and get one of those cards from Finland, and also from the next place and the next place and the next place, because that's how this works, go to shivo.wtf/postcards or patreon.com/OPPtravelers.
Our music is by Valea Valea.
Thanks for listening, listener. I am Evo Terra.
And I'm Sheila D.
For more information on us, all the fun stuff we do living here in Thailand and our travels abroad, not to America, because that was kind of a lame story, but we got more travels going. Check all of that out at our primary website. Why, that is at shivo.wtf.